Good afternoon,
Hello,
everyone.
hello.
Or good evening to some of you.
Yes.
Welcome to Three Things at Three. We're so happy to have you here with us today. We have, the set is just in this Christmassy spirit all around us, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah, talking about all things Christmas
absolutely.
this week, so it's been fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
So we continue the conversation with decking the halls.
Yes.
And today we're going to be talking about decking the tree. So
Oh,
very
it's gonna
excited
be
about
fun.
that. So
Yes.
welcome to Three Things at Three, where theme number 1 is something to smile about, theme number 2 is something to learn, and theme number 3 is something to discover. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to Three Things at Three. We're so happy to have you here, and we're so excited because the holidays are just around the corner, and as I mentioned in the intro, we are decking the halls, continuing to do so all this week. On Monday we talked about decking the mantle, yesterday was all about decking the doorway. Today, no, it's not deck your neighbor. Decking the tree, and I've got my friends Kyle and Jackie with me.
Hello.
To help us do that today.
Yeah, it's been really fun. I really enjoyed our project that we did.
Yes. I'm excited. And the thing about your projects today is that both of them are no-sew, I understand.
Right, they are.
But we're still using fun fabrics.
Yes.
I love it.
I did sew mine.
You did?
How
did you sew? Oh, yes, you did have to.
Sorry. Just a little bit.
So stay tuned.
Just a little bit.
So
it's fine.
stinking easy.
We are a sewing show, so it's totally fine.
It's really, really easy.
That's awesome. So Kyle, how about last night, the Lisa
Holy
swig
moly.
night?
That was so.
Did you guys love that?
Those
Yes,
irons.
I did. I have loved mine, honestly, and so I want to buy a new one just because.
I know. I
all
was
of the
sitting
fun.
there going, I'd really like a new one. I
know.
need a new one.
Yes.
So, but one of the things that I love about it are the colors.
Yes.
Okay. So
I do.
What's a favorite color of yours?
Mine was pink.
The pink. Pink, classic.
I can't believe I like pink.
Yeah,
but I am.
I said pink.
Can. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the pink is your favorite. What about you, Jackie?
You know, I think the teal or the aqua.
Yeah.
That's a classic. It's a classic color. So
Can they make a rainbow one?
I'm
you know
sure
what? They
probably
haven't,
could.
but they probably should. That
Right.
would be really fun too.
That'd be a good idea.
Because I like all the colors.
I says, how do you choose? Which one is your favorite color?
Well, pistachio.
Okay.
Of course, right? I had to
Green.
choose pistachio, but I love them all. That orchid was really pretty on the big one.
raspberry.
In fact, I see in the comments that Deb said now she has a clean iron. Congratulations, Deb.
That
something
was one thing I really
interesting, huh?
that I learned.
Yeah.
I have never cleaned the inside of my iron.
I
ever.
haven't either.
I didn't know you could.
Well, I didn't either. And so,
Okay, good.
So
I feel better.
that is something that's really important that I learned, and I was like, okay, well, no wonder why my irons don't last as
Very
long
exactly
as they should.
Yeah.
So
Well, she was saying, she said, your iron is an investment, just like your
kidding.
sewing machine would be.
It's
'cause
true.
They're expensive.
Yes, they are.
And I mean, a good one.
Because you're going to get what you pay for.
Exactly, but a good
Yes.
one is worth its weight in gold.
yes, it is.
But if you take good care of it, and so she talked to us about the steps steps of cleaning from the inside and the outside, which I never would have thought of as well. So did any of you watch last night? If you haven't, it's not too late to go back and watch Swig Night.
Yeah.
Because you're going to learn a lot of really good information about our irons. And, you know, let us know in the comments, what did you learn? What were some of your aha moments? You know, another aha moment for me, the moment, and again, if you haven't seen this, go back and watch, because the moment she had me put that iron into the pocket of jeans.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It has like this little, like, what did they call it? There's a name for it. Maybe someone in the comments can tell us, but I can't remember. But to me, it was like this little ledge at the tip. And it's so deep on the oliso that when you go over like into a pocket, it fits right in. I was like,
Okay.
It goes right
Okay.
in that little ledge. Okay.
Are you ironing your jeans?
maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, what about garment makers though? You know,
Yes,
garment
that's
sewers
true.
who need to
That's
be doing
true.
things like that.
That's
and
true.
sometimes there are some pants that
Yes,
you
there
know,
are.
need
I
to
just
be-
had to give you
Well,
that.
Definitely not my jeans.
Not even that, but in pockets. I mean, even in your pocket.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
any type of pockets, don't you think?
Absolutely. Janine
So-
says it was very enlightening on cleaning the iron, and Anne Marie enjoyed learning how to clean the iron
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I'm glad that was an aha for a lot of
yeah.
people. Yeah.
Isla is asking, where's the slit? Oh, where the slit was to get into things. Yes, exactly. That it was this slit, but she had a name for it. I just can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I can't either.
Good point. Janine said to stand the iron up when not in
Yes,
use.
which is
So,
really good too.
You know, again, that's just one of those things. So, and Annette also said in the comments, and this was another aha for a lot of people watching last night, is that you do not have to use distilled water in your iron.
Yes.
Now, I was always told growing up that, you've got to use distilled water.
Yeah.
No,
Well, but in
tap water is better.
But in our area though, we have such hard water.
We do.
So did she? I can't remember if she didn't say
no,
anything about
she
hard
didn't.
water.
She just said
Okay.
use tap water. It's the best way to use. Is if it's good enough to drink, it's
Oh,
good enough for
get
your
out.
iron.
Well, there you go. Okay, well
know.
that's
Nice.
good because you
So
know
there
what?
you go.
Walmart doesn't deliver distilled water.
They
And
don't.
so no, I order it
Really?
to have it delivered because
Yeah.
and they don't.
They don't
At
do-
last three times that I've ordered from them, they don't.
They must be out. It's a
They
hot
must be.
commodity.
It must be.
Everyone thinks you need them for your irons, but guess
But
what?
you don't.
Here's a little secret. You don't.
I think it's great. I love it.
All right.
It's
Well,
perfect.
too much fun. You know, who knew that you could have so much fun talking about irons?
Right. Mhm.
But we
Right.
did. We had a great time. And we
Yeah.
had one lucky viewer who won almost $400 worth of irons and accessories.
She won it
last
all?
night. She did.
Wow.
Yeah. she did.
Congratulations.
I know. It was Roxana.
Yeah. Oh,
Hoosier.
that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Congratulations,
So that was
Roxana.
pretty
That will
exciting.
be fun.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
again, it's not too late to take a look at that Swig Night from last night because it really was an excellent program filled with good information to know.
Yeah.
And if you missed out on the deals continue until
Yes, they-
Friday.
Well,
and Jackie,
I said we're
Yeah.
going to show them on Comment Sold tonight. So, yeah.
she's got it on the lineup.
I
so
do.
Don't miss.
I got a question. Did they talk about the small irons? I can't remember.
They did. They talked about both.
Because on some projects, you need a larger
Yes.
iron, and
Yes.
some are perfect for
Absolutely.
the little one. I don't want to iron a
Absolutely.
whole quilt with that little one.
No, that's for sure. I'm with you on that.
So I have
definitely.
both. And I'm so
Well, you
lucky.
need
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
There's a place for both of them.
Yes,
in your
yeah.
sewing room,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Too fun. All
Yeah.
right. Well, are we going to be using an iron at all today?
No, we are not.
Okay, no need for that one today, but
we are using a hot tool.
And we're very nervous about it.
So
You're kinda
just be
nervous
careful.
about it?
No, don't
Oh,
be
boy, I
nervous,
can't
Kyle.
wait to
Oh, okay.
watch.
Well, I got my finger today.
Well, you won't even have to use it.
Oh, phew.
Okay.
You're probably glad.
So,
all right, too great. All right, so we've been talking about decking the halls, and we asked for you to send in some photographs. And today we want to share a few photographs from our friend Jill out there. Jill, let's take a look at
wow.
yours.
look how
I love
I
plaids.
love this. You know what she said? this is great. You all are going to love this idea. This is her sewing tree.
Get out.
Isn't that
That's
adorable?
so cute. That's adorable.
I
All those
love it.
quilt
Oh,
blocks
wow.
and that's so
Yes.
darling. Oh, and the pincushion. Look how cute that is.
I like
And
the
tape measure garland.
That is great.
I love that. Thank you so much, Jill, for
That is
sending those
creative.
pictures in.
What a cute idea.
It
I never
really
thought
is.
of putting one in my sewing room.
No.
No.
But
I don't have enough room.
I wonder if she has it in her sewing room or does she have it in another area of her home? I don't know. Jill,
Well,
if you're on, you'll have to let us know.
Yeah.
So cute.
Inquiring minds want
Yes,
to know because
absolutely.
that is a good question. Of course, if you heard Cindy yesterday, she's got 11 trees.
Oh, no. No.
I
dear.
said, I can hardly put up one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I know.
too,
Me
but
too.
There
I'll
you
have to
go.
tell you. Yeah.
Marion says she needs one of those trees. I know, very
Yeah.
cute.
So cute.
Very nice. Thank
Yeah.
you, Jill, for sending that in. And if anyone else has some pictures that they'd like to share with us,
we'd love to see.
please do. Please send them our way, and you can send them to marketing@mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. SHOPPE. Marketing@mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. We got one more day to deck the halls.
It's
All
so
right.
fun.
Okay,
It's fun
so
to find I mean, there's a lot of tradition going
Yeah.
on, with
Yeah.
decorating for the holidays.
Yep, absolutely.
And we'll talk a little bit about that later, but it's just amazing to me, and I love how creative everyone is.
I know.
And they come up with something new.
Yeah.
And so I'm almost inspired to change my tree out each
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
So-
I know. Well, and if you were with us on Monday, Shay was talking about sometimes you really don't have to buy like a whole new set of decorations. You just like change things up. You change where you put things, and it
Yeah.
can add a whole nother element and dimension to your decorating. So,
I may have to do my own tree this year.
you haven't put it up yet?
No,
I
my
haven't
daughter
either.
didn't.
Okay.
We usually do it on Thanksgiving, and my daughter wasn't feeling good, so I didn't get my tree up.
Oh man.
So
I
know.
So sad.
It is sad because she's always one that will put up my tree for me.
Oh, I am so sorry, Jackie. Do you need me to come over and help?
Yeah, you
Okay.
may.
All
Me
right.
too.
You may.
I don't have
we
mine
may
up.
have to have a
You
we may
too.
have to-
Yeah.
We'll
go to
from house
everybody's
to
house,
house.
getting our trees up.
All right, everyone. Well, speaking of trees, these two have put together some adorable ornaments for all of us to learn from today for decking your tree. So, it's not too late. Christmas is still weeks away.
Weeks.
Kind of.
3
Sort of
weeks.
3 weeks.
It's
Holy
3
cow.
weeks. It's
All
coming
right.
fast.
Okay. I can't wait to see what you guys are making.
Okay, I'm excited.
We'll take a look right after this. All right, if you're just joining us, I'm Kris. This is Kyle from My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and we're going to talk about crumb applique quilting. Now, what do we mean by crumbs?
Little pieces.
Little pieces. Take a look at some tea towels that I put together.
Really cute.
What's even easier is by doing it on the embroidery machine. This is a 5x7 hoop. I'm just using this as my background piece for now. So go
Okay.
ahead and stitch out the outline. The star has been stitched out. Okay, Kyle, are you ready for this? We're just gonna throw these on. Okay, so we're just basically making a collage. Take wash away stabilizer and just place it over top, just like that. It's going to stitch all the way down into a quilting motif. Outline stitch all the way around the star. We are going to treat this just like an embroidery applique. If we were to put this back into the machine, it's going to do a satin stitch all the way around. Just rinse this away and you have a brand new piece of fabric.
Hey.
Those were so cute.
Oh my goodness.
Were
We
they?
had so much fun.
Oh, I love those. I'm Jackie, and
I'm Kyle.
we are so excited to be here. I have been working on this project for a long time, so I'm so excited to show you. But
This is cool.
But those things that you guys were working on in that little segment,
I know.
that's
I know.
darling.
I love them. I'd never heard of a crumb ornament before.
Well, I
or-
think it's great. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
had a
definitely
good
want to
time.
get, and I loved cutting up all the fabrics.
I know,
think
that's the great thing. I cut mine all in a certain amount.
Yes.
And Kris like, you did it too organized.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was great. So yeah, that was really fun. So, but today, Kyle and I both have an
Yes.
ornament that we're going to show. We're going to show you. We're going to kind of. Kyle's going to talk about hers and how she
Yes,
did hers. I'm going to
yes.
actually show how I
I
did
think
mine.
this one is a good one to demo.
So, which is really fun. Which I learned that this is called.
I'm not going to pronounce
And
it.
I hope that I don't murder this, the way to say it. But it's Kimekomi. That is a Japanese word, and this actually started, it's been way back centuries ago, where
Really?
basically what it is taking fabric and applying it to like a styrofoam or something like that. That's basically what it is. So we've called it our Kimekomi style ornament. And I did a couple.
They're darling.
Yeah, let me show you. Here is the big one that I did. I tried a couple different sizes.
How many different fabrics did you use?
I used 6.
6 different
So you
ones.
could actually use
It's a good way to use
whatever.
your scraps.
Yes, and it's perfect. And I just had reds and greens at home. These were just came out of my stash. And I think it looked really cute. So I did this one as an ornament. So then there's a hanging thing. And then this one is a little bit smaller. And this one I am just going to put in a bowl, or I'm going to actually put it on my tier tray
Yeah,
and just do a bunch of these and put them in as decorations. Because you can do whatever color you wanted.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't want like a red and green, you could do this for any holiday.
That's a good idea.
Whatever scraps you have, you could make one of these. So I'm going to walk you through how to make this Kimekomi.
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 Kimekomi. Kimekomi.
Kimekomi. I really hope I'm saying that right. But it's that kind of an ornament.
Okay.
So what you will need is a styrofoam ball.
Does it matter what size?
You actually know.
No.
But there are a couple things that I will tell you about. So you could use any size that you wanted. This one, and it's really quite interesting because even though it says a 3-inch styrofoam ball, they all are different sizes. They're not a true 3-inch.
It's kind of like lumber.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so this was my first attempt of it, and this one is actually on the package. It was a 3.8 inch.
Why? Why?
And then this one was a 3-inch. So what you're going to do now, this is not the styrofoam that is like this, that has the open,
Does
that's
it
more
matter?
porous. No, not really. But for
Okay.
this particular one, it worked really well because I'm going to show you the technique. So you could actually do this styrofoam, and I'll show you how to do that one in a minute. But whatever styrofoam, and I think any type of age group could do this too, which is really fun too. And it's just something different, but we're still using our fabric. And
Yay,
we love fabric.
yay.
And we're using our stash, which is what I did. So I just chose 6.
Okay.
You could do 5, you could do 4, you could do as many as you wanted to.
This reminds me of Crystal's beach ball.
Oh yeah, yeah, it does look like a beach ball. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to get your ball, your styrofoam ball. Now some of them have, this is called a sphere. So we're going to learn a little bit of, geometry.
Oh,
is
dear.
What this is. I know.
Oh,
That's what
boy.
I.
Okay, I'll act smart.
Okay. So anyway, this is actually called a sphere. Okay.
Oh.
And I think of this as the Earth.
Oh.
Okay, so there's an equator. That's
Oh,
the
yes.
center.
Oh.
Some of them come with this kind of indent to show where the middle is, where it is on
That
the
isn't where
ball.
they just glued it together?
I think it is.
I think so, too.
But this particular one didn't have one, so I just kind of had to guess where the center was. So what I do at first is I actually measure the middle. I'll just use, if I...
Oh, the widest part?
Yeah, the middle or the equator, if you want to say,
Okay.
liken
Earth.
it to the Earth. So this one actually around was like 9 1/4 inches.
Okay.
Okay, so I took my measurement and then I divided it by 6 because I did 6, but I used I used my calculator.
Oh, okay.
I did not do this in my head.
Okay,
So yeah, so I divided that, and I actually came out with 1.5416. Okay, well that is just not a number that, but it was closer to 1.5.
Okay,
All
good,
right, so
good.
then I took, and I
Oh,
measured 1.5 inches.
Okay.
I just started at 0 and I went to 1.5, marked it with a Sharpie at 1.5, went on, and I marked all the way around. All the way around.
I was wondering how you got that to
Yeah.
look like that.
Yeah. So hold on, I'm losing my wardrobe here. Hold on. Okay. So then I marked all the way around. Then I marked at the top,
Okay.
which is I mean, if you really want to be technical, it's probably the poles
Yeah.
of this sphere.
But how do I know? Did you
Okay.
measure?
Well, they actually have an indent on the front, on the top and the
Oh.
bottom, so it's easy.
Yes, I do see
so
that.
it's really easy.
Okay.
So I marked that at the top and at the bottom. So then I just took my measuring tape, and I first did half of it. I lined it up from to the middle,
That's genius.
and I
Drew a line.
drew a line just from to the center. Then I
Okay.
turned it upside down.
I
Here, I'll-
thought you were measuring the whole thing,
Oh,
and I was
no,
like, no.
Okay, so let me show you on this one. Okay. Alrighty, so here we are. I'm just using, and I'm taking a Sharpie marker, and I'm just drawing a line down to.
Don't try and
the
use a
center.
metal tape measure.
Yeah, that won't work too well. You're right. So then I'm going to go from the other direction, and so I'm working from the bottoms, from the poles
And
to
the poles are
to the
marked, and
equators.
each spot is marked.
Yeah, so then all of our lines will intersect.
Nice.
And it's okay if it's not exactly perfect.
Thank you.
All right, so there we go. I've marked my sphere.
So you have six.
I have 6 different wedges.
Okay.
Okay, now as I was doing this, I think you could just take any kind of fabric and use any size.
Okay.
But my cute husband figured out math-wise
Oh, man.
for me how big of a orange peel piece of fabric that I would need.
Oh.
But I'll talk about that in a second. But
Okay.
first of all, we want to actually cut on our lines about 1/4 of an inch down, because we're going to actually poke our fabric in.
So if you're doing this with kids, you're going to do this part.
You're going to want to either use an X-Acto knife. I just have this, and you
That's
can
cool.
just take this and you can go all the way down. The thing that with this X-Acto knife is it does tear the styrofoam, so you want to be really
Slow.
careful. So I would not go like this. I would just do one little bit all the way down. And you want to go about 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
Now the other thing that I found was this wood burning tool. This is where it's okay, I'm not going to burn you.
Okay, okay.
It's all good. So this was very helpful. It's just a wood burning, one that I purchased on Amazon. It's so cheap. You could go as big, as much as you wanted to spend. But this, I wanted to try it to see if it really worked well. So it actually heats up, and I love this tip. This was a really great tip. I don't know if you can really see that. It kind of looks like an X-Acto knife.
Yeah, it
But
does.
it's heated. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to lay that on.
Like butter.
It is like butter. And I'm just going to go down. And it actually is melting the styrofoam. I don't want to leave it in too much, because then, but it's just, I don't know if you can see that.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool?
Do I have to do the X-Acto knife if I'm using this?
No.
Oh,
You
okay,
can
good.
you can use the X-Acto knife. You can use anything that will cut the styrofoam.
Hey, you're pretty straight there, Jackie.
Well, I've practiced on this quite a few times.
Okay, good.
So my first one wasn't exactly the best. But this is very hot, so you want to be really careful that you don't
Okay.
burn yourself. So I'm going down about 1/4 of an inch. I've done all the one side. Now I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to go in the opposite direction.
Right from that
So then
center?
I'm going to meet at the center again and go. I mean, this was so slick doing it with this
Yeah, I
heat
can
burning
see.
tool, which is really great. So I'm really glad that I decided to try this because it really does
Rather
make
than
it.
your styrofoam tearing,
Yes. So
that'll make it look bumpy.
this is a more dense styrofoam ball. So,
like it.
okay, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put this back over here. So don't
Okay, I'll
touch.
try not to freak
Okay.
out.
Okay. All right. So then afterwards, I know that's hard to see, but I actually have indents in the styrofoam. So now it's time to apply the fabric. So in our technique sheet, my husband
Oh, wow.
was so cute, and he figured out a pattern so that you can cut the orange peel the size of what you need out of your fabrics.
Nice.
So there's one for the bigger one and one for the smaller one. And this is for if you do a 6 wedge.
Oh,
A
okay.
6 wedge one.
Okay.
So now the next thing is that now I'm going to apply the fabric to the styrofoam ball. You could just take and lay this on top of it, but I found that by using glue works the very best. So now I am just going to
Oh, that's a
put
good idea.
just water-soluble glue, and I'm going to put it in that wedge.
You're not trying to get it in
holds,
the...
No, I don't want to put it in the
slits?
slits. Yeah,
Okay.
so then I'm going to take my fabric. The other tool that I have found was really helpful was this by Annie stiletto. Or this one actually, this is just a screwdriver that came out of my sewing machine.
Yeah.
A small screwdriver works
nice.
really well as too.
Flat.
So what we're going to do is we're going to lay the fabric over the,
This is larger than your area.
yes, about 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
So I'm going to just kind of lay that on top, and the glue holds it in place.
That's nice.
So it's really nice. So then it looks like this. So now I can either take my stiletto, which I'm going to use that, and now I'm just going to poke. I'm going to poke this down, and that's why I love this stiletto.
You're not poking it straight down.
So no, I'm just actually laying it so that I'm going to go all the way down,
Nice.
and I'll kind of.
Jackie, that's genius.
I said this actually works really good. So once I get as much as I can in, and it's okay if you have a little extra, because you can see I've got some extra fabric here, but it's okay.
It is?
It is okay. Let me show you why, tell you why. So now I've got this first wedge in, and I'm going to poke it down as far as.
Is it really
as
that
far-
easy, Jackie?
It is. It really is easy,
Okay.
and it's quite therapeutic actually. Okay, so I've poked that down in the styrofoam. Okay, well I have a lot of excess fabric right here. So all I have to do is just take a small pair of scissors, and I can just clip that.
So if I wanted to make one that isn't those 2 sizes, do I just cut a strip wide enough?
Yeah, just kind of, you could eyeball it actually.
Okay, sure.
But I think it works better. You could do it just in a rectangle. But if you just cut it like a football,
Okay.
or an orange peel or something, then you won't have so much fabric. So there's my first wedge that I
That
put
looked
in.
like doable.
It was so easy.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to take my red, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my glue. This was definitely a game changer, is to put the glue on the ball, because
Yes.
it holds the fabric.
Otherwise, it's running all over.
Yeah, it is. You don't have control, and so it's about 1/4 of an inch, of overage. Okay, so there we go again. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my stiletto, and I'm going to do the exact same thing.
And you're working with it a little bit so you don't get a tuck, right?
Yes, I don't want to get a tuck in there.
Okay.
So when you've got 2 layers of fabric in there, it actually goes down pretty far. And this is where you could also use a screwdriver to tuck that down
Okay.
inside. Isn't that fun?
That is fun. I could do this.
Yes, you could. Anyone really could do this. So then once you've got that in, you don't have to push it all the way.
Okay.
You can leave a little bit, because I actually am going to use trim.
I love that trim.
I'm going to use the trim to kind of, let me just try and do this one so that you can see. I love the use, I've been loving using this by Annie Stiletto.
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, so once I've done that, I'll continue doing that all the way around.
You get them all in.
I get them all in. I trim as I need to with the excess fabric. So then I just purchased some trim from your craft store, and then I'm going to just actually use glue. This tacky glue worked really good. Hot glue works really good.
Okay, yeah, but
hot glue kind of
burns.
can be messy sometimes, but this is just a tacky glue.
That's a good idea.
And you can just put the tacky glue down inside and take your trim and just tuck it down inside.
You really weren't kidding. This is pretty simple.
Yes. And then I would just cut it. I actually put pins on the top, so I would put a pin here and a pin here just to hold it.
Just to hold it
so
till it dries.
Till it dries. But look how cute. You can
That
do
is
all kinds.
darling.
You can do all kinds of trim. You could do gold. You could do. There was a braid. So it's so simple.
The trim doesn't have to go in.
No,
it just sits mostly on top.
It just kind of covers up your edges, the raw
you can do
edges that
whatever
you're
you
doing.
wanted.
Yeah. So you could put rickrack. You could put ribbon. You could put any kind of trim that you wanted to.
That's awesome.
Isn't that fun?
Nice. And
So-
then you covered up the
Yes,
ends with a
I
button.
did. I covered it up. You could do it with a button.
That's awesome.
You could do it with.
You could put a jingle bell on it.
You could do anything.
Yeah.
You could really have fun.
A tassel.
A tassel would be really fun. You could do, what are those, sequins? You could
Ooh.
get, buy the big
Ooh,
sequins
yeah.
with a little bead or something. I mean, you could do so many fun things
Oh,
with
how
this.
fun. That's great,
So,
Jackie.
but that's this one. But you can also use, if you can only get this type of styrofoam.
Okay.
This one, I actually just poked, actually
out.
poked it in. I did not use the iron.
You didn't do anything beforehand?
No. In fact, all I did was I just laid this on the top. Then you could just either do a butter knife
Oh!
or whatever, but you can just poke that. You can kind of hear it.
Yeah,
You can just poke it in like this.
that's awesome.
So that's how I did this one. And you could just use even your smaller scraps to kind of do kind of a,
Be cute to make a little snowman.
yeah. So you can also use it with this kind of a styrofoam,
That's
but
cute.
you're actually applying fabric to a styrofoam bowl.
And you didn't use any glue either.
I did not use glue. I did not. And so, yeah, so you could be really fancy and do all kinds of things, or you could just do it and do a bunch of those, and it's
awesome.
really fun.
I think you're, what is that called?
Kimekomi.
Yes, but this.
Oh, the trim.
Trim, that's
Yeah,
the word.
this is just the trim, and it's just the trim you can buy.
Yeah,
You can get a lot of trim.
yes.
Now because
You can
of
do a
the
few.
Christmas stuff is out.
All right, that's awesome, Jackie.
So anyway, that's how to do the Kimekomi. Okay, let me read it. Kimekomi style. I would style ornament is what it is.
Nice, and do we have those?
We will have kits for these. We do have kits available.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, that you can purchase, and
Oh, nice.
and it comes with the free technique sheet.
Oh,
so
nice.
that will be free for you, so
Nice.
you'll be able to do some.
Okay, good job.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So-
I'm excited. I want to try it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
wanna try
it was really fun. I've had I even ordered like 48 of these styrofoam balls because I want because I never can just do a little bit thing.
No,
And
no.
I want to do them all different colors.
If 5 is good, 17 is better.
Yes, for sure.
That's
So,
our motto.
Yeah, it's really fun. So
Cute. All right, so my ornament is kind of traditional. Do I need to get over to Jackie's area for you to be able to see this? Okay, I'm going to hand them to Jackie.
Okay.
You can display them.
Okay.
I decided I like felt. I'm way into all the
Felt is
cute
really
little
fun.
felt ornaments. And
Don't touch.
No, I'm not. I'm being careful with that, getting away. So I decided I want to do a tree.
Which
and you
is
can
cute.
get really fancy with the shapes of the trees, but a triangle.
It's fun.
Triangle is
It's perfect.
really, really easy. And we did stitch them. It's 2 pieces of felt, same color. You could use a different color. This was the pistachio, I believe.
yes, but I love your stitch that you used. It's an embroidery design or off your machine.
Off the machine, just a
Ah,
decorative
so
stitch.
cute,
And
cute.
we just did a line down there And then, so that's with the machine. First off, you have to do your hand embroidery.
Oh, okay.
Do the hand embroidery first. And we went up the tree, and that's with a chain stitch.
Oh, that's fun. That
Isn't
really
that
is
cool?
cute. Yeah, it's really.
So
I
you'll
like
do
that.
a couple different stitched, different designs. You can do them all a straight stitch, whatever you want to do. And so we did our branches, and then
Yeah, we
and
need
then
to make that.
yeah, nobody wants to get burned, huh? And then we came back and we did a back stitch of
Oh,
our
okay.
needles. Pretty simple.
That is
And
cute.
then these are just French knots. And then around the star, we did not a satin,
Just
but
a straight stitch.
straight stitch to do the
Which is-
shape of the star. And then we filled it in with French knots.
It's darling.
So you get that all done, and then you take 2 pieces, and when I cut them out at the same time. So
Okay,
they're
so
exactly
they're
the same.
the same.
Yeah, and look at this. This is a cinnamon stick. You
I
can
love
go
it.
out and get a regular stick off the ground, so it looks like the trunk of a tree. We did not stuff these. Okay, we didn't stuff them, but okay, we lined them
you
up.
good.
I put them on my sewing machine, and we did the decorative stitch on the outside. For the tree, the cinnamon stick, you had to leave an opening.
Yeah,
so
there's an
make
opening
sure you
here.
back stitch
Oh.
or stay stitch, whatever
Right.
you're doing. But go around the whole tree, and then we decided pinking shears.
Cute
or
idea.
pinking
Yeah,
rotary,
yes.
rotary blade. So we decided to do that. And then every year on my tree, I have certain ornaments that are little stockings. They have a pocket in it, and I put dollar bills in it.
Well,
So-
I wanted, yeah, this is
Uh-huh.
what's really cute. Look how cute this
Look
is.
it. We just did a
she's-
slit.
You put it, ooh, a 20.
I know, that's all we could find.
Whoa, here's a $20 bill right here.
I got to give it back to the student downstairs.
Oh.
I said, I promise I'll bring it
Oh,
back.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, and you just put a slit.
I just
You
did a
put a
slit.
So on this one, you did the same thing.
Yes.
Look how cute.
Each one.
Wow.
And you could put a string on them, but I set them in the tree so they can't find
Well,
them
it's
so
cute.
easily.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
cute.
And on this little gingerbread man, we did the same idea. We did all the decorative stitches, and these, that is a chain stitch
It's
also.
tiny, using that
yes, that is
small-
a tiny one.
It's so
You can do
cute.
whatever stitch you want, but we did a chain stitch on that. We did French knots here, a back stitch, and more French knots.
And then these cute little.
Cute
It's
little jingle
darling.
bells. We
It's
thought
so
they'd be fun. And so then you've got your 2 shapes, and then just take it over to your sewing machine and close it all the way up with a decorative stitch.
I love it.
Or you could hand stitch it
Yeah.
and then put the slit in the
So
back.
cute. I love
And
it.
I do have a pattern for this.
Oh, okay,
Because
awesome.
it's just whatever stitches you want to do on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you can kind of play around with
Yeah,
different,
d-
different
whatever
hand
stitch you
embroidery
wanna do.
stitches. That's cute. So the patterns will be available
Oh.
in the club. So
For
yeah, and they're for free. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
So we're offering those for free as well.
Okay.
So
We do not have kits, but we do have felt.
yes, for sure. If
I
you-
can't remember the
without.
color
So
of the-
cute. This one looks like it might be graham cracker or gingerbread.
Yeah, but we do have some available.
Yeah, so that's really fun.
All
Oh,
right.
it's just so fun.
Yeah, I had a good time.
I had a lot of fun.
Yes.
Learning how to make this. So hopefully you'll be able to try some of these, which is really fun, and show us pictures of the ones that you've made. And I'm
And you tell your grandkids, make sure that they don't tear your whole tree apart.
there you go.
Or your own kids.
Yeah. So you can embellish this however you want
Yep.
to. There's so many possibilities that you can do. What a fun idea.
I found a felt ornament.
Judd.
I could make my husband
Yeah.
an ornament.
Yeah, well, thank you. This was so
This
fun.
was really fun,
It was
Jackie. You're
really
so
fun.
creative.
Well, it's always fun to do something a little bit different, but still be with the fabric
Thing-
that we love,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, all
awesome.
right. Well, we're going to meet Kris back and talk about some other things.
Some really cute stuff.
Yeah. So we'll be right back.
Last week was pie handbag, an easy to make tea towel, and a super cute pie carrier.
And our very own Elisa showed us how to make the most perfect pumpkin pie.
Just like the tea towel we made said, you say goodbye and I say hello. It was delicious.
It was a week of shows you'll not want to miss, so be sure to catch 3 at 3 Live every Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, or watch it on demand via Facebook or YouTube by clicking
Where we always have something to make you smile
something to learn.
and something to discover.
Let's go!
I
really
loved it.
It was a lot of
Both
fun.
of those. In fact, I was thinking, you know, that
Kimekomi.
Kimekomi.
I know, I said.
You know, it reminds me when Mike and I were married 30 years ago.
Whoa.
One of my favorite gifts of all time was a woman who was a friend of theirs, made a dozen of those similar ornaments,
Yes.
you know, in the styrofoam, and did that with Christmas. It was this newlywed that didn't have anything
Yeah.
for Christmas,
What
and
a
so for
cute,
decorations. So
cute idea.
you know, it just took me right back, and I said, oh, and I still to this day,
Do you have
I
them?
have those ornaments on my tree because I just love them so
That's
much,
so
and
fun.
it means a lot. So a really good idea, whether you're doing it for yourself or gifting it
That's a
to
really good
someone.
idea.
I thought
What
it
a
was
great
wonderful.
bridal shower.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
The kind of my whole thing with this next segment here
Yeah.
is, you know, just reminiscing and going through our Christmas box of all of our homemade
Yes.
ornaments that
Yes.
we've made.
Yeah.
And just sit
you
and
know,
just do 'em.
Just so enjoyable.
Listening to a book.
Putting
Yeah.
your own touch.
Yes.
Putting your own
Exactly.
touch
Yes.
to 'em.
And everybody
Exactly.
has some embroidery thread.
Oh yes,
yes.
for sure.
Yeah,
So
it's so
very,
fun.
very nice, both of you.
Yeah.
So the ornaments that you have in front of us, these take me right back.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Well, yes, I'll tell you some really fond memories. We both. But first of all, here is one.
Yes.
Actually, this one is exactly like the
Yeah.
one that we just did.
yeah.
And this is Tammy's that she did, and she actually used a butter knife, and she used the porous type styrofoam.
okay.
And she said she just poked it down inside.
Wow.
But she made that like many years ago. Isn't
yeah.
that fun?
I'm seeing a lot of people in the comments saying, "Oh my gosh, I remember making
Yes.
those, and I've done these." And,
I know.
And yeah, that definitely takes us
Yeah,
back.
Oh,
and then
and
this one
these.
came from his. This is Todd and Tammy's a relative. I think it was a
gorgeous.
grandma.
Yes.
That they did out of this.
Looks like a grandma one.
Yeah, out of
Little
the beads.
beads.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
That's stunning.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, I think that one is a lot of fun. And a lot of
And I know Todd, he was saying that he even
Yes,
strung
he
beads.
did.
that-
He
yeah,
did.
was telling us the
Wow.
other day about
Yeah,
that. And
it's
that he
really
remembers,
cool.
you know, sitting around and everyone was stringing beads. I just think
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, so it is really pretty. And then who doesn't love your kids
Oh.
at school?
I think
when
we've
you
all
go
got one
back-
of these.
When you go back through and you see
Yes.
all of these fun ones that the kids make in
Yes,
school with the
yes.
popsicle
Those
sticks.
teachers are awesome.
This
my
is one of my
goodness.
twins.
Oh, it's
I mean,
so sweet.
Isn't that just cute?
Yes.
This is another one that was done in school that they've done with the craft foam. And these are ones that the kids can do. This is one Samantha did in '98. She even used fabric. She must have done that at school.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
yeah. Yeah. So cute.
yeah, so
oh,
cute.
my goodness.
And then
I love that.
the famous plastic canvas. I remember
Oh,
making
yeah.
these with my mom, like back in the
Oh
day.
my goodness.
I remember
Show
making.
right there.
Okay. Can
Oh
you
my
kind
gosh.
of see?
Yes.
Isn't that fun? Where this actually
pretty.
comes. This actually comes apart. It's two different.
What's dimensional?
Yeah. So it's two different pieces.
Whoa,
And then you put
fancy.
them. Then you put them together. So
And
really
she
fun.
probably thought that was just like the coolest thing ever, and it really is.
I know.
I love that it snaps together like
That's
that.
really
cool.
kind of. It was really kind of fun. So that was kind of a fun thing. And then the last one is this one right here that my mother. My
Nice.
mother crocheted this.
She crocheted that?
She did.
Oh, wow.
And she made that. In fact, today is 4 years that she passed away.
Today is?
Today is the day, yeah.
Oh, my
And so this was really great to go through. She made one for, she made quite a few of these. So everyone in our family got one of these. But
Nice.
Now
but
she's your
now
angel.
she's my angel that we put on the tree. And this is just one of those clothespins
Oh, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
she
Wow.
crocheted over it. So yeah.
I love
so
that.
anyways,
Fun.
some really fun. It was so fun to go back and
Yes.
reminisce about all these fun things.
Yes.
Kyle,
yes.
you have some too.
Oh my goodness, I have some really great ones. This one
I love
That's the
this.
best.
is Santa, and if you can see his eyes, he's cross-eyed really bad. Yeah, and we still have the pom-poms. No mice or anything have gotten
Okay,
those
well,
pom-poms.
that's really lasted pretty
a
good.
long time. Yeah, so we're pretty darn
You
proud
can
of that.
never get rid of that.
No.
That one,
No.
No.
they're just precious.
And this is another one from my other son. I'm very impressed with this one.
Okay, the string
Very
art, that
impressed.
was a huge, that
Yes.
was
Oh, yeah.
huge.
I'm not sure if he really did all that. That's a lot. But he is artistic.
He did that.
He's artistic. But
I
the best
bet
thing is that
Kyle.
I have his name. J-A-M. Oh, now you're going to know who it is.
James.
And E-S is on the bottom. It couldn't fit in there. Oops.
Oh
I-
my
I
goodness.
love it.
And you know what? James probably looks at that and says, Mom, seriously?
Yeah,
You've
oh, yeah,
still
they
kept
do.
that all these years?
They do.
And
Yeah.
of course you do.
Yeah, you
can't
do.
throw those things away.
Absolutely. This is so great. Guess who did this?
You did, that was you.
Me. When I was young. I can't believe I still have it. We got them a
Wow.
few years ago when my aunt and uncle passed away, and somebody sent them to me. I was like, oh, that was awesome.
You were.
Yeah,
That was
I've got
so
a whole
fun.
set of them.
Oh, my
And we
goodness.
put them in among the kids.
That's
okay.
cute.
And then a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and
These
do you know
were-
what these are?
The
Shrinky
shrinky,
dinks?
yeah.
They're the cups.
the cups,
like
that,
the cheapy
solo,
cups.
The solo type cups.
Yes, but they have to be cheap, like
Okay.
at dollar stores,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
And you just put them in the oven and
So they
draw
draw
on them with
whatever you want.
markers.
That's
before they
clever.
shrink.
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I did this with all my grandkids a couple
That's
years
fun.
ago. So
That's really
they
fun.
loved it. And this
Pine
one-
cone. That's a
The
classic.
pine is a
cones.
classic.
Yep,
It's so cute.
That is absolutely
really,
adorable.
really darling. My granddaughter did that. They even have her name on it. So
That's what's so
we saved
fun.
the label even.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
so
And then
fun.
the last one.
I love it, the popsicle.
Yep.
Who doesn't want a yellow and red
I know.
snowflake?
It's perfect.
This was Chiago.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I love
2016.
it. I love
So I love them all. And we have a tree downstairs that we decorate with hodgepodge.
Yes.
Everything, all the whatever
Yes,
we've gotten
yes.
collected. And then I have a decorative one
one,
yeah.
upstairs.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
so
it's
fun.
probably the kids' favorite tree.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It is. That's the one where we open up Christmas presents around and stuff.
I
Yeah.
love
'Cause
that.
that's all about the family.
Oh,
Isn't
you
that fun?
too.
Isn't that
Thank
fun?
you so
That was
much.
so fun.
I think you took us all down memory lane
I think
for
so.
sure.
Yeah,
Oh my
which was
goodness.
fun.
If you have some of your children's ornaments or grandchildren's ornaments that you are absolutely just, you know, it just takes you right back.
Yeah.
Take a picture.
Yeah.
Share with us on
That would
Friends
be
of My
fun.
Girlfriend's Facebook page because we would love to see them
Yes.
and just smile and chuckle
Yes.
And remember.
all
Yeah.
of that. And remember, because I think, yeah, especially the popsicle star
Yes.
The kids are so excited to bring them home.
and
Yeah,
the
they
pine cone tree.
Yes.
I mean, those are
Classic.
just classic.
They are.
Absolutely.
They are.
Oh my goodness. And of course, we have 2 new ideas that we
Yes.
can do as well.
I'm gonna try
And
the styrofoam.
Both of those ideas are so fast and easy.
Yes.
You could do them
Yes.
right away.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
love it. Thanks
So it was
to
fun.
both of you.
It
I
was really a lot of
appreciate
fun.
you so
Thanks.
much.
It was really a fun day.
Good, 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 good. All right, everyone. Well, we hope that you enjoyed today's show. We hope you were inspired, and we're so grateful that you were with us. So thank you. And just a reminder that if you missed Swig last night, you might want to go back and watch it because there's some really good information on there. But also wanted to remind you to not miss tonight's Comments Sold. We have a great lineup of items,
do.
including the irons and accessories that we
Really?
showed last night on Swig as well, plus some other really
Yes,
good stuff
we have
too.
the ornament too.
And the ornament
And the
will be on
ornament
there
kit,
as well.
yes,
Well,
so
there
we've
you
got
go.
some fun things.
I love it.
Nice.
All right, so that's at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, friends, thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep doing all the things that you love, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.